Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. So today I'm going to be picking the giveaway winner. So this is for the first giveaway that I'm running this month. So this one is for the prizes that are 12 small gifts for Christmas, and there'll be gifts related to journaling and paper crafting, everything that you see here on my channel. So there'll be stuff from my own personal stash, supplies and things, maybe things I've made. There might also be some stuff from my shop stash, so there'll be hopefully a helpful and inspiring lot of gifts for the winner. This giveaway, it closed on Sunday just gone. I was hoping to do this video sooner than today, i.e. Monday, but the shop got really busy this week with people starting to do their Christmas shopping and stuff, so I hadn't anticipated that. It just got a little bit busier than normal. So I'm here to do the giveaway winner today, draw it. I'm going to use one of those comment picker things, so I'm going to have to get my laptop out, simply because, there were quite a lot of comments, and it would just take me ages to write them all down. So I'm going to use one of the comment pickers. So I'm going to flip through to, I'm going to, get out my laptop, and we're going to do the drawing. Hopefully I can use my phone to record the laptop screen. Hopefully you'll be able to see it and it won't be all wibbly, but that will just be for the winner. And then after that, for those of you who want to stay on and do a bit of a crafty session with me, we're going to make some clusters and things, clearing up some of the stuff on my desk. So I've got a few things sorted, organised, vaguely organised, so we'll do that. But anyway, let's do the giveaway winner first. Okay, here we go. So hopefully you can see this. So I've got the video URL in the box here. I'm filtering duplicate users because you could only have one entry into the giveaway. And as a reminder, to enter this giveaway, you needed to either ask me a question or give me a suggestion. And this was to celebrate my milestone of 250 subscribers. I know if you check the number today, you might think, what on earth is she talking about? But honestly, a couple of weeks ago, that number was massive to me. So anywho, we're going to pick the winner, and the question or suggestion should pop up as well. So let's see what we get. Okay, so there we go. We've got 75 unique comments, and we're going to pick a winner. Oops. Okay. And the winner is Tracy King. There we go. So let's see what she said. Oh, so she loves my channel, Tracy. And her question is, how long have you been junk journaling? Do you do other crafts? She discovered junk journals in 2019. Absolute favourite thing to make. I'm with you on that one. And she's from Newfoundland in Canada. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you very much, Tracy. So I'm just going to flip through back to my hands. 2 secs. There we go. I just wanted to put my phone down. Tracy, if you could message me with your address details, then I'll get your package of gifts sent out to you. It will probably be early next week, but I'll try and get them sorted out at the weekend and off to you as quickly as I can, because obviously I know Christmas is coming up. For the questions and suggestions part of it, I am going to do a video, and I think I told a lot of you this when I was responding to your comments. I'm going to do a video to answer your questions, and I'm also going to do a roundup of what the suggestions were, because a lot of you had some wonderful things to ask me and suggest to me. But just to answer Tracy's question, I guess, whilst we're here, why not? For those of you who are interested. So she asked, how long have you been junk journaling, and do I do any other crafts? Well, junk journals, I discovered them in, I think it was March of 2021. So yes, I know, not long at all. And I think I started making my first junk journals in April. I made teeny tiny little mini ones that were upcycled from vintage dictionaries, the little pocket dictionaries that you would take with you to school or something. I made a set of 3 of them. They went together as like a little shabby chic lace journal set. So I made those, and then I went on to make my botanical boho journal in May, and that was my first full-sized junk journal. So I haven't been doing it for very long, but I was really excited about the whole junk journal business. And to be fair, the main reason that I liked about it was because I've always been a fan of upcycling. So I've tried lots of things upcycling wise in the past, you know, furniture and you know, making home decor type items. That's really where my first crafting came out. But it was all upcycling. You know, I was taking bits of rubbish and I was trying to turn them into something pretty for the house. Or I was taking things that I would normally have thrown away and I was giving them a new use or a new purpose. And I did a lot of cross stitching, embroidery, hand stitching, a lot of sewing, and things like that. I will actually show you something, 2 secs. I have this sitting on my desk and I'm hoping it'll be the right way around for you to read it. But I made this cross stitch pattern and then I ended up doing the actual cross stitch. So done is better than perfect, and as you can see I did a wonky T because, you know, just to bring home the message even more. I've got that just sitting next to me on my desk because I find that I have to remind myself of that a lot. And actually the junk journaling is helping with that, because although we want all of the stuff to look beautiful and well made and all of that type of thing, they don't have to be perfect. You know, we can have wonky stitching, we can have frayed edges, we can have not straight lines and all different things like this, because it just adds to that quirky junk journal feel. And of course the upcycling part all comes into that. So that was a very long answer to the question. Hopefully that was interesting. Don't worry, I won't bore you anymore with the waffle. I will do you know, a proper video to answer all of the questions and go through the suggestions in detail. So Tracy King, please message me with your address details. My contact details are in the description box below. Come and find me and I'll get your gifts sent out to you. Congratulations again. I hope you like them. Okay, I'm just going to pause whilst I get my bits sorted for the crafty part of this video. And what I forgot to say was the giveaway for the limited edition journal kit from Rach and Bella Crafts is still open. So I'll link the video below to where you can find the information about that giveaway. But that is the physical giveaway now closed. Well done again, Tracy King. Okay, so here we go. So I want to make some clusters. So I've got, this is, believe it or not, everything that I had on my desk that is lace, ribbon, fabric, anything material based that I could find on my desk is now in here. I've got some brads, I've got some buttons, and I need a needle. I need a needle. 2 secs. Alright, here we go. So I've got my needle, and I've got some threads. So, I don't really have, if you're expecting a tutorial, it's not. Please don't expect one of those from me today. But what I want to do is I want to do some clusters, just to use up some of these bits of lace and fabrics and ribbons and things that I've been using in my projects. So there is a lot here. So I don't know how much we'll get through, but I just kind of want to just start using them, because otherwise they're going to sit on my desk and they're just not going to get used. So I'll start with a bit of this white fabric, first of all. I think I was using these as part of ruffles. I think that's what I was doing with them. I'm just going to get rid of the zigzaggy edge so that they can fray up a bit. I always like my clusters to look a bit frayed, so I'll do that. This fabric's quite nice. It's got like gold, sort of a gold print on it, and it's quite shiny, so, you know, in the actual gold bits. Quite nice. So here we go. Now I'm sorry about the lighting. I know I've probably got shadows everywhere. I've popped my ring light on because, well, here in the UK we've changed the clocks. It's getting dark. It's that time of year where we're dark by the time, you know, 4 o'clock comes along. So I'm now having to do most of my crafting. I was going to say in the dark, but you know, I've got the lights on, obviously. So yeah, I don't really have a huge plan because, to be honest, I have actually forgotten what is on, you know, what is in this box. But I'm just going to start putting some things down, and then, you know, with clusters, you don't have to be so organised about it. You know, they often just end up working out, don't they? That's what I find anyway, of just start popping some things down and then they end up turning into something pretty. So let's just see. So I want to thank you all for your support you gave me on my my P for poinsettia video. I had an absolute tremendous response from you. You know, you seem to like the idea and such like. So I just want to say thanks, because I was a bit apprehensive about it, to be honest. I was a bit, I think it was just because up until the day before, all of the ideas had been ephemera, and I was a bit worried that, you know, because I'd done like a page idea, you know, was I completely wrong? You know, was I off base for doing that kind of thing? But yeah, no, you seem to like it, so I was really happy about that, because obviously I wanted to, you know, show you something that was interesting. So with clusters, I normally try and do just like 3 or 5 layers. I don't often try and do much more than that, partly for the, you know, the bulk and the thickness, but also for some reason I find that the odd numbers just seem to work really well with making things look put together. Like I do the same thing with when I do like collage masterboards. You know, I find that the odd numbers, you know, the sets of 3, they just seem to look right. For me anyway, obviously it's all of this is my my personal preference. So I'm just going to bulk out the bottom there with some of this gold, just because I'm probably going to use these clusters on either white or tea-dyed paper or cream paper, you know, plain paper, so I feel like they need a coloured base. And I don't know what journal these are for. You know, I don't know if I'll get time for another Christmas journal this year, because obviously, you know, we are coming into the end of November, but I did get some gingerbread, some red fabric that's got gingerbreads on it, gingerbread men, and it was the right sort of size fabric for a fun little, almost like a baking journal or something, like a Christmas baking journal. I thought that would be kind of cool. You know, like a sweet treats type of theme for Christmas. So I might end up doing that, or I might just save the fabric for next year, but that's sort of what I have in mind, I guess. Now, I always like to use some kind of lace in my clusters, just because I'm a big lace fan. Who's with me on that, please? I have used the ribbon though, so let's see. I've got some of this. I use this in a fabric flip. It might look nice. Let's see. It's not lace, I realise, but it's got little sequiny things on. So let's see about getting a piece of this. There we go. So I appreciate, you know, these crafty videos. They're not for everybody. Some of you do prefer tutorials and things, but I'm a big fan of just sometimes just catching the more casual videos. I do enjoy watching them, so I figured. Actually, I'm wondering whether to get rid of that gold. I don't know, what do you think? Should I keep the gold? Should I get rid of the gold? Let's see. Probably depends on what type of button or brad I'm going to use, so let's see. That's cute with the white, so let's just see what it would look like with the white and gold. Let's see, I'm not feeling the gold now. I think it's because I like the square. It gives it sort of a good middle. So, do we want white on all of them? Do we want them different? Again, this is just me. I'm just trying to use up my scraps. That's all I'm doing. And I've got lots of paper offcuts as well. So I'm wondering about doing some collage masterboards as well. So I don't know if I'll do them on camera. Sometimes I just like to do collaging in front of the TV. But if you're watching this and you would love to see me doing a collage masterboard, you know, with the camera running, then let me know. I'm happy to do it. You just say the word. Or if not, that's fine. I will do it in front of the TV in my pyjamas. I'm gonna look. So these are all my vintage buttons, and then I've got there's another one. And then I've got some more modern buttons. I just got these really cheaply off eBay. But sometimes I like to use these. Oops. Let's have a little look. Not sure. I think they're too big, really. I'll have a look at the. Got like stars and hearts in here. No. Nope. Let's see. What do we think? Or I could use a brad. Let's see what the brads look like. So I've got these sort of, I got everything that came in that bag came together, and some of them had little like sparkly jewels on them. Sometimes they look quite nice for Christmas. I think that will do. Let's try those. So let's do the brad one first. That's the nice and easy one. Just gonna grab my awl. There we go. Oops, there we are. So I want to thank you all for your kind comments as well. For those of you who know me or close to me, you know I've been a little bit upset this week because now I've had the odd dislike here and there, you know, the thumbs down. I've had the odd one here and there, which is fair enough. You know, my videos are not going to be for everybody, and that's fine. You know, I'm not expecting them to be. But unfortunately this week I've received the same amount of dislikes and thumbs down on my videos, every single video, you know, which I was a bit sort of, I don't know, I was feeling a bit disheartened by it because, yeah, it's like, it's funny, you don't think it's going to affect you until you actually are on the receiving end of it, and it's a punch in the gut. It really does feel just like, oh my gosh, does somebody really dislike what I'm making or how I'm doing it that much that they feel that they need to, like, tell me? Yeah, so I've been, I think that's probably why I've sort of waited to do this video as well, because I wanted it to be upbeat, so I am sorry if I'm a little bit, you know, I always like to be positive, so I think that's why I was sort of holding off a little bit, you know, just to just to give myself a breather and come at it fresh. But I'm feeling a bit better today. The lovely ladies who are the admins with me in Tatty Treasure and Friends Facebook group, it is linked below. If you're not in the group, why not? Come and find us, please. But anyway, I was talking to the admins and mods, and they were lovely to me. They always are. But they, you know, they gave me a boost. They gave me a lift, and yeah, they made me think of the positive stuff that's come out from this channel, which of course is all you lovely lot watching, who, you know, find me in the comments and give me those likes and things, because you might think that you're just like, it's not got anything to do with the number, it's just a boost to remind me that I am, you know, I'm doing okay, because, you know, all of this is still new to me, YouTube and journaling, and all these crafty things, and I cannot get this needle through this fabric. Goodness me. Oh, there we go. Yep, definitely got my thumb. There we are. Did I tell you I used to do hand stitching? You'd never believe me if you think the amount of times I'm pricking myself with the needle. But yes, I am just very good at catching myself. I am very clumsy, I do know that. I'm ridiculously clumsy, so yeah. I'm just going to tie a knot in the back of it actually. I'm sure you were all shouting at me that it would be a lot easier if I just get on and put a knot in it. There we go. So yeah, I don't know how many clusters I'll get done. I'm definitely not going to empty that box, am I? Do you think that's wishful thinking? I think it is. Yeah. I can hear you all shouting, no way. You craft way too slow to empty that box. And you'd be right. You'd be completely right. But that's okay. I don't have any goals today. I just simply wanted to... Well, my goal was to clear the desk, and I've done that. Everything's in the box. You know, everything's in my tub. Yeah. But in terms of making stuff, I didn't have any goals. I just, I find these crafty videos quite interesting and therapeutic to watch. Like, I feel like I can craft along with the people doing the videos. So, you know, if you're watching and you feel like doing some crafting, grab your, whatever it is, grab your fussy cuts, grab your paper pads, I don't know, grab your cluster stuff, whatever it is that you fancy doing, go and do that and, you know, join me. Keep me company. And I'll do my best to keep you company as well. Of course, I say that, I don't have any news. How sad is that? I have absolutely zero news to tell you. I don't know. I have to think of something now. You know that pressure you feel where somebody says to you, okay, right, come on, tell me a joke. And then, you know, ordinarily you could think of any joke in the world. And then as soon as somebody says that to you, you're just thinking, nope, I have got zero jokes in my head. Well, that's just happened to me with conversation topics. That's embarrassing, isn't it? That was me saying, okay, right, come on, let's keep each other company. Let's have a tea. I've got mine. Remind me to drink it. Well, I have to remind myself because unfortunately this is a one-way street. Anyone listening to me will be thinking, you know, she knows she's talking to a camera, right? But it's one of those things, it's like, especially now that a lot of you are, you know, chatting to me in the comments and stuff, it's, I do actually think to myself, like, oh, I'll say something, and then maybe somebody will pick up on it and talk about it in the comments, because then I feel like I'm having a conversation. So if I am saying anything that is making any sense, make a comment in the comments, will you? And maybe we can, yeah, have a conversation. Now, I don't know what I was going to say then. Nothing of importance, I'm sure. I sort of realised that I don't even know if I'm on camera, to be honest. I think this is going to be one of those videos where I am just doing my thing, jabbering away like I do. I'm sorry, I waffle a lot, don't I? It's just like, I didn't think I talked that much, ordinarily, and then I watch back my videos sometimes and I just think, oh my goodness, woman, will you shut up? You're not even talking any sense, like you're not actually telling them anything at all important or useful or whatever. But I tell you what, I'm having a whale of a time, and so I hope you are as well. Maybe not watching me make these clusters, because my goodness me, I'm making it look like a a fiddly business, aren't I? But in terms of actually just generally watching my videos, if you enjoy someone who talks a lot and who occasionally shows you something that might actually be inspiring or interesting or useful, then my channel is for you. If you don't enjoy waffle, then maybe, just maybe, my videos are probably not going to be to your liking. But that's okay. There we are. Now, I think I've tied that button to death, haven't I? So there's no way that thing is coming off. So yeah, I mean, I feel like these are kind of Christmassy, but equally then they're not really. I don't know. I'm just, as I say, I just wanted to use up my scraps and hopefully make something useful. Even if I don't use them this year, I'll just pop them into like a tub or something and have them ready to go for whenever I need clusters, because I always love to use clusters. So there we are. Here, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's use some different fabrics now. Change it up a bit, have a bit more fun. I was thinking that bread came from something then. I was thinking, what did I not put it on? Right, I've also got some boho fabrics here. That would be kind of fun. Now, believe it or not, these came from when I was making my boho journal, like 6 months ago. So yes, I know what you're thinking. That is how often I tidy up my desk. My mum would have a fit if she could hear me. Like, she'd just be thinking, what on earth, Justine? Like, because she's quite neat. Very neat. And gosh, if she could see me now with the mess that I craft in and everything. Oh gosh. Oh, she would have words. Let's just say she would have words. Right. Okay, so I've got these boho fabrics. I don't know if they go together. I'm still very much in the Christmassy sort of mood, you can probably see. But that's okay. I don't really know. Ooh, I've got some more boho fabric there. As I said, I don't know if these really go together. Don't know. Should we? I quite like the green one actually. I really like the green one. Let's see what happens, shall we? That's quite big. So let's chop it there. Nope. Got another bit of the white. What do we want? Let's see. I've got some. Oh, I've got all sorts on here. Let's be honest. Oh, I like the leaves. Let's do the leaves. That would be a. I don't know if I don't want to use them all. Not to get my words out. There we go. Let's I like it on that one. So let's. What do we think? Thinking. I'm just having a play really. Like I say, if you're actually trying to get anything useful out of today, then it's not happening. It's not happening. Right. Let's see. Got some. No. I'm trying to look for like square type of things, I think. I think that's what I want. And I don't want them to be overtly Christmassy because, you know, I'm coming to the sort of end of my Christmas crafting, if I'm honest. And I don't really want to hold on to these for forever. Let's just chop that down, see what we can do. Got some red. Not feeling the red, although I'm just going to start looking at this one now and thinking, oh, I like that. Let's see about layering up some of these laces. Yep. Let's just chop a piece off of this then. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, I like that. I feel like it needs something underneath it. Do we want more red? I've got snowflake. Can you actually see any of this? Yes, you can. There we go. No. No, no, and no. That's all I'm saying today, isn't it? Just no. I feel like it needs to be colour. Now, what do we want? I could use gold maybe. Let's see what the gold looks like. God, I keep losing my voice today. And what you'll notice, just in case it's helpful for anyone who's not done these, I try and make sure that they're like staggered. You know, it gives you this staggered effect. Like I'm twisting and turning and putting things every which way to see how they look. I don't mind it with the gold. Let's go for it, shall we? Now I'm looking at that tea and thinking I've done it again. Yeah, I've let the tea go cold again. I tell you, I've said this probably before, but honestly, I would be watching TV, using my laptop, working, packing orders, videoing, no matter what I'm doing, I will forget that I've made a tea. And I'll remember when it's stone cold. It's very, very infuriating. She's like, why can I not remember I've made a tea? I know, it's because I'm lost in what I'm doing. Right, so I quite like that. Now obviously the leaf is kind of the focal point, so it probably doesn't need a button, but we're just gonna see. Because I might change my mind. That's been known to happen. But no, I feel like the leaf is enough, but of course I don't want to just stitch it, you know? Oh, I've got the tiniest little button. Hey, you see how tiny that is? No, why would you want a button that small? Oh, I think I just got them in like, most of these buttons just came from, you know, packs of things, but no, that's pink, it's not even red. Nope. I'm thinking. I'm wondering whether to stitch that one with the sewing machine. But it's so small, it's not going to work, is it? Oops. What about Brad? Oops. Yeah, you can see those tiny buttons. Why I've kept onto them, I have no idea. Yeah, I'm just wondering whether... Could we use this? Would that look really silly? Probably. Or, what if you put the... No. Nope. I'll come back to that one. I like it, I just need to figure out how best to stitch it. I might have to... So yeah, put the leaves away. Those are making life way too difficult for yourself. Right, moving on. What are we doing? Might as well use this lace whilst we've got it here. Okay. Yeah, that one's fine. I mean, as you can see, no real plan for these at all. I'm just using up the fabrics and hoping that I can make something half decent. Right, so I like those. So we need something for you. I'm doing it. I'm getting the leaf out. What am I doing? I do like those leaves though. I do. I just have no idea how I'm supposed to attach them. I've got no idea for that. If you do, please let me know, because I'll probably still be staring at them by the time this video goes up. Probably. So here we are. Question for you. Tips. Any tips for clusters? You got any? You've heard my tip, which is just plonk everything down. No, I'm kidding. Kind of. Now I want some lace, I think. I really like those leaves. Oh, once you get an idea in my head, like, I cannot not think about it, you know. I have to have that leaf. I've seen it, I like it, I have to have it. And I don't let myself, you know, I don't give myself the opportunity to just forget it, you know. Right, enough of the red. Right, let's see. No, those are such big ones. Right, let's have a look. Probably red for that one. You, what do you want? Yeah, I know. I'm talking to a cluster. I'm talking to buttons. Yes, I am. I'm having a whale of a time doing it. Big buttons. Oops. I could really do with getting some more buttons. You know, I know I've got so many here, but I just can never seem to find. Well, we all have that problem though, don't we? We have so many things that we could use, and we're just never happy. We're just never happy, are we? Nope. I'll come back to that one. I think that one needs a button, but I'll do this one first. Or these two. Oh, sorry, I'm really losing my voice. There we go. Yep, so I really have not made a dent in that pile of things at all, have I? Really haven't. But that's okay. That's a-okay. I really like using brads for clusters just because they're nice and easy. It's nice and easy. Get that sparkle. And you can adjust things as well. I enjoy making clusters. I do like, just they're simple, isn't it? It's simple, it's a bit of fun. Now I wish I had like a dark green button. I've got like lime green. Yeah, check that one out. How nice is that? That was sarcasm for those of you who are not used to my sarcastic ways. I mean, that is still lime green, isn't it? Let's be honest. But I like the sun in the middle. Is that the only colour I've got? Yeah. I don't mind it, to be honest. I don't mind it. I've also got these ones, flowers on. That's nice. Bring some more thread through. Yeah. What do we think to that? Why not? So where's that thread gone? Here it is. I think somebody actually commented once about I talk to myself, and I really do. Yes, I definitely do. You are correct. I think they said at the same time, that's how we get most sense, and I wholeheartedly agree. I've always talked to myself. Please do not call 999 or anything. I don't need help. I'm fine. But yeah, I've always talked out loud. I think it just I've always talked out loud. Yes, of course I've talked out loud. I've always thought out loud. I don't really know why. I feel like if I say it out loud, I will hear it better than if I say it in my head. And it's like, you know, it's probably a style of learning or like remembering. You know, if you say it, are you more likely to remember or take note of it or something, you know? That's probably, let's be honest, that's probably the crux of it. Something like that anyway. Anyone know a psychologist? Maybe they could tell me. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Yep. I am a jokester. And I'm married to a prankster. My husband is a bit of a prankster. Should see him at Halloween with a skeleton that he likes to put in places around the house to frighten his wife. Yes, he manages that on a daily basis. He's also a ninja. He walks really slowly and really quietly. I just don't hear him. And then just, yeah, before I know it, he's behind me in the kitchen or behind me, you know, coming through a door or something. And he really, really freaks me out. In the nicest possible way. In the nicest possible way. Has anyone else got husbands, kids, teenagers who are like that? Know how I feel? The constant fear you have at home for being surprised, or you find a skeleton in the closet. Literally. You know, not a real skeleton, obviously, one he got from the shops, but, you know, still. Right. I think I'm done waffling. I've made a few. I sort of stayed with the Christmassy colours, really, didn't I? But I don't mind those. I think they came out alright. They look scrappy, they look clusterish. Clusterish? Is that a word? No. Now, how on earth do I do this leaf? How indeed. Still thinking. Should I do any more? Would you like to see some more? You don't have to. I know I said I was done waffling, but it's because I'm looking at this pile of stuff and I'm just thinking, oh, I really, really wished I'd gotten through a bit more of it, but no. I think that is enough today. So, yeah, I don't mind those. I think they will go in my Christmas stash, to be honest. I think they are a bit too... I mean, that one's kind of naturist, botanicalish. It's got, you know, greens and golds and things, which might be okay. I might want to push that button in a bit. Maybe I should have made a hole in that one. Let's just see. I was just thinking, because it's a bit, that button is a bit bulky. Okay, let's see if I can just push it through. Help if I actually did it near where the base of it is. Let's see. Okay. Can we? Yeah, I don't think that button was a good idea. I think I might have to change the button on this one because, yeah, just looking at it, I liked the white button, but it looks a bit too bulky. And it just does not want to go through the fabric. So yeah, I think I will have to do that one differently. But that's okay. I'm still learning. Aren't we all? Right, I'll leave it there. I'm still waffling. And I think on the next video I'll try and do some paper clusters. Or try and do something else with these bits on my desk. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Oh, and don't forget, Tracy King, please message me. Congratulations again for winning my little giveaway. And stay tuned for the second giveaway. It's still open, and I'll be announcing the winner for that in, is it a couple of weeks? I think I said something like the 1st of December that it will close. So keep an eye out for that video as well. Speak soon.